I mean, how many times last night were you gasping at Harry Kane going down, holding his ankle?
He was being hacked left, right.
In that second half, he was being hacked left, right, and centre.
Oh my God, just stop. Just stop doing it. But look, at least when did he score? It was like, what, 20 minutes to go or so? Which was an incredible goal as well. And it showed that he wasn't affected too much by the kickings and everything, and he's still looked as sharp as ever. And he might have had a few, maybe a bad miss in the first half with the header, and there was a couple of times where he should have been played in. But other than that, I thought it was pretty solid. And that goal, I mean, what a goal. 39 yards out.
Unbelievable. Was it 39 yards?
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
What a goal. But it's just the way that it like curled around that defender's head all the way just away from Szczesny as well. And Szczesny must just hate the sight of Harry Kane. He must hate the sight of him. He's now scored against him from the halfway line against Juventus. Yeah. That goal against Poland. Many goals against Arsenal as well and stuff like that. So Szczesny just must hate the sight of him.
So funny. Yeah, it's brilliant. Apparently there was a meme there. He just said, "Screw it, Szczesny's in goal."
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So I thought was brilliant. But yeah, what a strike. And to generate that power, that dip, and into the bottom corner, so accurate. He's such a threat from outside the box, Harry Kane. People don't appreciate he's not just a threat. He's not just a great finisher from inside the box. Mate. Like, if you give him any sort of space outside the box, you give him time and space to shoot, he can be deadly. He can be really deadly. And I think over the past, if I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying this, over the past 2-3 years, he's probably got more than one of the most goals from outside the box.
Oh, really?
In the Premier League. I think he's in the top 2 or 3 players that are goals outside the box.
Who's he keeping company with?
I think like Kevin De Bruyne, probably. Maybe Bruno Fernandes. I think he's in that kind of company. I remember he scored a goal from outside the box at the beginning of last season, and he was like, and then they showed a stat, he was the most goals from outside the box. I don't know if he is still now, but I remember he was up there, and that shows the range of finishing the guy has. And I honestly don't think he's slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it was 1-1 last night out in Poland, a very intense atmosphere.
Yeah, Poland gave a good game, didn't they?
Poland really, they were just so over-aggressive in that game. I mean, they were really going for England, especially in that first half. They were really aggressive in that first half, and I thought Lewandowski as well showed how great he was on the pitch yesterday. I thought the way he was spraying the ball left, right, and through the middle, I thought he was unbelievable, Lewandowski. But I actually think Kane, apart from the goal, you say was it a great performance last night from Harry Kane?
Wasn't great, but no, it wasn't great. But it was tough. It was a tough performance and in a tough atmosphere, and to get that kind of moment of quality, I think shows the character of Harry Kane more than anything. But look, no, it wasn't a stellar performance, but I think it wasn't helped by, I think, a lot of the time, the England central midfielders, when they had opportunities to play him in, they didn't take him up. I don't know if you've seen, there's that one from Calvin Phillips on the halfway line. Kane's literally through on goal, and he decides to pass out wide to Sterling instead. And he's literally got so much space, and he's clearly onside. And I thought that was very bizarre. And there was a few moments similar to that, not just with Kane, with other players as well, where England were just going for the safe pass, and I think it wasn't helped. He did have that chance with the header in the first half. He definitely should have done better with. He'll be disappointed with that. But look, that goal will definitely help. Look, he's got. Everyone says people will say he's been poor over the international break or whatever, but he's got 3 and 3, and that shows how good he is. Yeah. So I've got no worries about Harry Kane at all. But
in terms of the actual game, how do you think it went? Because I thought Poland played a really good game in the first half. Second half, they hardly tested us, did they?
Yeah, England. I think in the second half, England, based on the second half performance, England will be very disappointed they didn't go on and win the game because I thought they were a much better team. But I think overall, you got to say Poland probably worth a point. I think they probably the way they harried England and didn't let England play their football and how aggressive they were. It was very impressive, and in the home crowd as well. I think they just about deserved a point out of that game, and it keeps them definitely alive in the World Cup qualification. I think England shouldn't have a problem considering one of their last 3 games is San Marino, so that's a pretty much guaranteed 3 points. And then you got
we've got Albania at home,
Hungary at
San
home,
Marino,
I think.
San Marino away, and another easy away game as well.
Look, England aren't going to have a problem qualifying. They're not going to have a problem qualifying. It'll be fine. But it was a good point. It was good to get that last-minute equaliser of Poland, and it was a great ball by Lewandowski. To be fair, great assist from him. Really good cross with his left foot to the back post.
I didn't know he had that kind of passing range in his locker.
Yeah, he's a good all-round player, Lewandowski. He's predominantly more different. He's different to Kane, where he's very much inside the box kind of striker, but he's got a good all-round game as well. Like, he's extremely good hold-up play, and when he gets chances to get assists and stuff, he's good. Whereas Kane, I feel like, focuses on that game a lot more than Lewandowski. He'll be outside of the box and deeper a lot more than Lewandowski will be. So naturally,
good yesterday, Lewandowski.
He did. But naturally, Kane's more going to show off his passing range and put himself in positions to show off his passing range more than Lewandowski will. So that's why you might not see it as much as Lewandowski with Lewandowski than you will with Kane. But I think I don't know if he's as good as Kane, but he's definitely has it more than has it in his locker, Lewandowski. And I think, as I said yesterday, I think Lewandowski is literally the benchmark for Kane and how you can manage yourself into your mid-30s and still be top of your game. And he's the perfect example of that. And that goes to show why Kane, when he said in that interview, Neville, that he feels like he's got another career ahead of him. He definitely feels like he can play into his mid-30s because he's the type of player like Lewandowski where he's not going to be like Wayne Rooney. I think people have this perception because like Wayne Rooney was like done when he was like 30 or 31. He was pretty much finished. Like, people think that's like when you get to 30, like you're going to start winding down. Yeah. And it's true for a lot of players, but in this modern day, you can definitely keep going into your mid-30s if you take care of yourself.
And exactly, Rooney's not exactly a prime example. Exactly, he didn't exactly take care of himself that much, and he wasn't the fittest of all strikers in the world, was he?
He's 35 and he's playing Soccer Aid. That says it all.
Exactly, he's 35 playing Soccer Aid. He's already a football manager. So
exactly,
I think that says it all. But what did you make of the ref yesterday? Because I thought in that first half he was making some weird decisions.
He was. I wasn't. It wasn't great. I thought he was making some really strange ones.
He booked Calvin Phillips in the first few minutes of the game, and then the Poland were doing such much worse fouls than them, and just waving it on.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
It was weird.
It was like he was trying to be heavy-handed and then also trying to be letting the play go as well. I didn't. Also, what I wasn't happy really with was Southgate not making any changes for the whole 90 minutes. Didn't make one sub.
Is that right?
Yeah, didn't make one sub for the whole 90 minutes, which I thought was a bit strange because I think, yeah, we were 1-0 up going late in the game, but I think he could have added something extra just to either see out the win or when Poland were pressing us late on in the game, could have made a change to break up their rhythm or something, or added a bit more pace or energy going forward, because I think like Mason Mount and Grealish started to burn out late in the game, or even Harry Kane. So
Grealish was getting so frustrated, wasn't he?
Yeah,
throughout the game.
He definitely was on that left-hand side.
I mean,
could have made a change.
It was a very frustrating night for England in terms of the refereeing and all his decisions, the way how Poland were being overly aggressive and they were making fouls and not getting punished for it. But then it all seemed to be all vindicated when Harry Kane did score that goal. It looked like we were going to go on to win the game, and it was a bit of a Spursy ending, wasn't it?
Yeah, very, very Spursy. And stoppage time equaliser very much reminded me of Spurs of last season. And I think it was Jack Pitbrook did a tweet yesterday asking the question, do England have a problem defending leads? A bit like Spurs last year. Do they? Because you got to remember Croatia 2018. They had that lead and they gave it up. They weren't really sure what to do after they took the lead, whether to go forward or hold it. Against Italy, obviously took the lead. They weren't really sure what to do when they got that lead. Even against the likes of Germany, where Müller had that chance when we were 1-0 up, and we were very lucky to get away with that. And then yesterday as well, took the lead, and we weren't really sure what to do after we took the lead, and we just allowed Poland to put pressure on us, so we end up conceding the equaliser. And maybe that's something Southgate needs to deal with, and some sort of game management problem, because obviously he sets up the team decent. I think we've got such unbelievable talent on the pitch. I really do. I think we've got some of the best talent in Europe. I remember saying that before the Euros. I think we have some of the best talent in Europe, and it's all about game management, and I think Southgate has to improve that if he's gonna, be the England manager. I know he's done a great job so far. I don't want to knock him, but I think sometimes these crucial moments, the game management could be a bit missing. In those moments, there's something he has to work out, because it's cost England a few times.
Yeah, I completely agree. And with Harry Kane now, an absolute worldie last night, bent round the defender, bent round, completely moving away from Wojciech Szczesny, which makes him the 5th top England's goal scorer of all time, overtaking Michael Owen now, and I think he's a goal or two behind Jimmy Greaves. 15 qualifiers in a row he's scored now, and that is 25 goals in his last 24 qualifiers.
It's ridiculous.
Is this man on his way to being an England legend right now?
He should already be an England legend. He should be. Why? What is Michael Owen an England legend? Probably.
I don't think so.
Don't think so? He's not an England legend? People think very highly of him.
People think very highly of him because of that one period. I don't think he had the longevity to call him an England legend.
You don't think he goes down as an England legend, Michael Owen?
No, I don't think so.
Really? I think that a lot of people disagree with you.
Well, they might disagree with me, but you can't call him an England legend just because of one good tournament, one good. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Well, yeah, because he had that hat trick in Germany. He had the obviously '98.
And that was it.
And yeah, that was pretty much it, wasn't it? And then then injuries took its toll. And he's already Kane's already surpassed Michael Owen.
Yeah, Peter Crouch is more of an England legend than Michael Owen. He is.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he turned up in more tournaments than him, I think. 2010 he turned up. Who's it? Peter Crouch?
Well, because he scored against Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Owen scored against Argentina. It's not like he
scored against Brazil, the 2002 World Cup.
Yeah, when we lost.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Michael Owen is an England legend. I don't think he is.
That's an interesting debate. I think I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he is, but I think a lot of people will probably see him as.
When you talk about legends, you're talking about Alan Shearer. You're talking about the top echelons of players. I don't think Michael Owen had the longevity for that.
I think Kane's already surpassed Shearer in goals for England. I think the four ahead of him there's Rooney, Bobby Charlton, Jimmy Greaves. Who's the other one? I don't know who the other one is. There's three of them, then someone else, then Harry Kane. He's 5th at the moment. Gary Lineker, then Harry Kane. So those four are ahead of Harry Kane at the moment. And he's 12 behind Wayne Rooney, so he's going to absolutely obliterate that. And I think his goal-scoring record, I think he probably beats all of them in terms of his goals-to-game ratio. He's probably head and shoulders above all of them at the moment. Apart from maybe Jimmy Greaves might be ahead of him, I think, because he's got quite a good goals-to-game ratio.
Yeah.
But apart from that, Owen got his 40 goals in about 90 caps. Kane has got his 41 goals in 63 caps. So that tells you all about how incredible
Jimmy Greaves is 44 goals and 57 appearances.
There you go. So that says even better than Kane.
Yeah.
44 and 57. Kane is 41 and 63. So so his goals to game. I think Greaves is the best. But I think Kane is probably a very close second. But Greaves was obviously a phenomenon, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was
absolutely.
A complete phenomenon.
But if Harry Kane does surpass Jimmy Greaves in the England goal-scoring records, and he surpassed him in the Tottenham goal-scoring records as well, I mean, he's going to go down as one of the club legends of all time.
Definitely. He just needs a trophy.
Yeah.
He just needs a bloody
That's
trophy.
All he needs, yeah.
So annoying for Harry. But yeah, look, Kane is an absolute phenomenon. I think I see tweets yesterday. Talksport tweeting out, let's sell this as Kane world class. I mean, let's be honest. Like Ronaldo could easily have the numbers Kane's putting out right now, and no one would say Ronaldo's like gone down or anything. People would say these are impressive numbers. Like Lewandowski could have these. These are Lewandowski kind of numbers, like he's putting out, especially at international levels. So I think there's no debate to be had. I think TalkSport just like to put out these questions because they know Tottenham fans are gonna start getting angry at the question being asked because they know how ridiculous it is. That's pretty much the only reason. And the only reason they put it out is because he doesn't play for Man United or Man City or Chelsea. If you look, let's be honest, if you played for a top 4 team, they wouldn't even be able to put that question out because they just wouldn't. They just wouldn't be able to because there wouldn't even be. No one would ever say anything about him being world class. It's so obvious that he is world class that it shouldn't be a question at this point. He's done it for so long, for such a long period, of such high quality as well. He's added more to his game as he's gone on as well. He's adapted. He's to maybe not being as quick and as fast as he used to be and whatnot. He's adapted his game in that sense. And that's why he's definitely earns the title for me of being the one of, if not the best striker in Europe. And he proved it again last night. And these qualifiers are almost too easy for him at this point. 15 consecutive qualifiers he scored in, and he's a machine.
25 goals in 24 qualifiers.
Absolute machine. You can't stop him. You can't stop him. And I remember going into the Euros. I don't know if it was going into Euros or maybe just before that, when there was even a debate, are England better not starting Kane and having like a quick forward?
It was during the Euros, after the first few group stage games. And everyone, because Kane had a few poor games in the first two games, the group stages, and I don't think he got a goal. And all the fans were being like, "Oh, let's just drop Harry Kane now. I mean, he's not doing anything." Blah blah blah. Ends up being our best player during
exactly, and it's 4 goals in 3 knockout games. And when people say he can't step up in a big game,
exactly.
And also, I think when it comes to England strikers who have kind of been on top of their game and whatnot, I think. Maybe not for Spurs fans, but for England fans in general, like, because they've been burnt a couple of times with Owen and Rooney, who have kind of obviously been great and then burnt out quite quickly and haven't been able to keep up, especially as long as Kane. Nowhere near as long as Kane's been able to do it for. I think that, and especially Rooney as well, never did it in a big tournament pretty much. I think he got 1 goal in a World Cup in his whole career. His best tournament was in the Euro 2004, which was like his first one. I think his first tournament.
He was like 18 or something.
Yeah, that was his best tournament by far. So I think there's this expectation with England fans, like, oh, he can't last forever. He's going to burn out soon. When he reaches 30, he's going to be gone, and all that kind of stuff. And there's always this kind of, and also when it gets to a big tournament, they're always like worried, oh, is Kane ever going to step up because they've been burnt so many times before?
I wonder what the goal scoring chance is for England in tournaments. What the goal scoring charts are for England
tournament
in
goals.
Tournaments, yeah.
Kane probably quite high.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Kane might even be,
because he got 4 again in Euro 2020. He got 6 at the World Cup in 2018. So that's 10 already. I don't know. I obviously didn't get any at Euro 2016 because he had a bit of a mare in that one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the tournament charts are.
Trying to find it, but I can't see it. But
HV says exactly. I feel sorry for England, and that's the thing. I think they're just England fans have been burnt so many times that they expect the same to happen with Kane. But that's why I think Kane's going to go down as England's best ever striker when at the end of his career, because he's the one who's been able to do it for so long at such a consistent level. And he's gonna. Hopefully, he'll take England to a tournament. He'll be the one who takes it. He'll be the England captain who wins something for England for the first trophy, 66. And I'm confident he can be that guy. Yeah. I don't see why not.
I think he can.
I don't see why not. And I honestly, I think he can be. He can be. You know, he's got. I don't think by any stretch of the imagination this World Cup will be his last tournament at all. He'll be how old? He'll be 29 at this World Cup. And then the next Euros in 3 years' time, he's going to be 3 years after that, so he'll be 32. No, sorry, in 2 years' time, he'll be 30, 31. And then he'll be 33. He can have another 2 tournaments on top of that next World Cup, in my opinion. Because I think at 33, he'll be fine.
He is going to smash Wayne Rooney's record. Oh, he's going to obliterate.
He's going to completely set a new bar, completely. 53 goals Rooney's on. Kane's got on 41. So I reckon he'll get 70 probably. Probably could be over. Could be over 7. Could be getting another 29 goals in his locker. It'll be tough to beat for anyone.
It will be. The guy is a living legend. He really is.
Is there any side of the debate at all to suggest that he's not world class? I can't see anything.
Cooper.
I just can't see any side of the debate that suggests he's not. I don't understand the other side. I don't understand. Makes no sense.
But look, that is the kind of Poland-England game. It was a tense game last night out in Poland. There were 2 other games involving Spurs players out in the European World Cup qualifiers. Kosovo 0, Spain 1. Reguilon playing 86 minutes and getting a clean sheet. And it was Wales 0, Estonia 0, and an absolutely could be a very damaging result for Wales, to be honest. Maxim Pastotsi played 90 minutes at centre-back, and Ben Davies played 90 minutes at left-back for Wales. Apparently Gareth Bale was just missing a host of chances last night for Wales. Apparently he missed about 3 absolute sitters.
Off the back of a hat-trick.
Yeah.
Goes off and
but that was a really bad hat-trick.
Yeah, it wasn't the best hat-trick. Wasn't the best hat-trick we've ever seen.
2 penalties and a complete fumble by the keeper.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think drawing to Estonia, awful result. But you got to give it to Pascozzi. He must have I heard great things about his performance yesterday. Apparently, he put in a really, really strong performance against the Wales front line and helped Estonia to a clean sheet, which is an impressive clean sheet. Even though it was against Wales, Estonia should be getting battered by Wales, and the fact they've gone away with a 0-0 draw and a clean sheet is very impressive. And Pascozzi should be very proud that he was part of that, and maybe that goes to show how much potential he does have going forward. And obviously he's not part of the Europa League squad, but maybe off the back of that, they'd be disappointed not to have included him.
Yeah, I mean, can we not just add? He's like 18 years old. Can he not play anyway, or can he just not play because he's not named in the squad?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently not. Apparently it's these rules are now in Europe. You have to have these A squad and B squad, and you need to be in one of them or something. It's a bit weird, but yeah, that's the situation.
All right, so that is your international update. Poland 1, England 1, Kosovo 0, Spain 1, Wales 0.
Yeah, you did mention that. Spain won 2-0. Regulon
1-0. Yeah, Regulon played 86 minutes. I did mention
2-0, right?
1-0, I thought.
I thought it was 2-0. Wasn't it 2-0?
I'm pretty sure it was 1-0.
2-0.
Oh, it was 2-0.
2-0. Ferran Torres in the 90th minute.
Oh, I didn't see that goal in the 90th minute. Oh, 1-0. Yeah, Regulon played 86 minutes in a nice clean sheet for Spain. Yeah. But I did mention that before.
Did you? Okay. But yeah, so that's good for Regulon as well. Get another cap for Spain. I'm very happy for him because he ended the season last season in a bad way. And you felt like his mind wasn't right last season, especially when he was, when he scored that own goal against Villa, that crazy own goal. You saw his confidence was low, but good start to the season, rewarded with a cap with Spain. I think hopefully that will drive him on and go from strength to strength.